What is Witty Birds?
Witty Birds is an online Toastmasters club.
Welcome to the public speaking show. On this episode, we are gonna keep traveling around the world trying to find the best public speaking club. After COVID-19, the way of doing public speaking and presentation has changed completely. And while many clubs are now trying to go online, there were few pioneers already doing public speaking online. One of them was Witty Birds, a club I have a special predilection for. Today, we speak with Witty Birds President Assyl about what is an online club, how we can run an online meeting, how we can improve our presence on camera, and much more. Hello, Assyl. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Hello, Julian.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure of mine as well.
What makes Witty Birds unique?
The uniqueness of Witty Birds is an online international club. We represent the cultural heritage of the 15 countries the members belong to. Witty Birds focuses on storytelling and humor, and it's a place for professional speakers, coaches, and vloggers, all those who use public speaking and online communication for their work. So we master the art of storytelling by sharing and evaluating stories, personal stories, and we conduct workshops and we do contests.
Why anyone outside this group you have described should visit at least once Witty Birds?
I think storytelling is a powerful tool, and here you can develop and practice your storytelling skills.
What is the history behind the club?
Witty Birds was founded by Svetlana Rahimova. At the time, there were very few online Toastmasters clubs, and Witty Birds was the first online Toastmasters club that focuses on storytelling and open to beginner Toastmasters, because other Toastmasters clubs were advanced. And the name of the club became Witty Birds because of its parent clubs and sponsors, Witty Storytellers Clubs and Witty Storytellers Toastmasters Club and Firebirds Collective Club. And Witty Birds has meaning as witty for wisdom and birds for freedom of voice and spirit.
How many members do you have in the club?
We have more than 20 active members, and they're from different countries. I counted 15 countries.
Give me some example of those countries.
So Uzbekistan, Malaysia, the UK, Mauritius, Kazakhstan, Brazil, Taiwan, Spain, Cambodia, the USA, United Arab Emirates, Germany, Ethiopia, Colombia,
Beautiful.
and India.
Now,
It's great to have everyone from all around the world.
my experience says that whenever you gather a crowd so international, the club has a different energy. It's so Good. For instance, at Manchester Communicators, that you might know it, we are all from everywhere, and that energy is felt in every single meeting. Let me ask you one question about how we can run a successful public speaking meeting online.
Well, good publicity through social media, a strong executive team, and the ability to pay attention to members and guests. This means your club should have friendly atmosphere for people to share their stories, to give speeches, and learn from each other.
How do you get a friendly atmosphere in this cold environment that is the online environment?
You ask questions that easy answer to them, or ask them to introduce themselves and let them maybe come and just watch us, and then you just somehow interact with them. Just you should feel them. I think.
I have seen you doing that role, and I think you are a master of it. You are the best person to put people at ease online. Is there any role different in an online meeting that there is not in a brick and mortar club?
Yes, because we are using this platform called Zoom, we have video monitor, chat monitor, and Zoom master. Video monitor usually watches for visual effects, lighting, background, and the quality of the video. Chat monitor usually checks all the types of messages between members during the meeting, and Zoom master has he's like host. He can mute, unmute, and they also record the meetings.
Now that you mention muting and unmuting, when you bring large crowds to an online meeting, how do you manage those large crowds?
For that we have Zoom master. We also have host. We ask people to fill that roles.
But if it's my first time in an online meeting, is there any kind of rule? Any kind?
Yes, so we have Sergeant terms who explains all about Zoom, how to use mute or unmute button, how you can turn the video off or on, because usually when they do something like getting up from the chairs, or they speak on the phone, or even they eat, it's very distracting. So we ask them to turn the video off if they're doing something. And usually when the speakers speak, we usually ask the audience to turn microphone off as well, mute them.
I found out in some clubs where they gather 20-30 people and everybody is with the microphone on. It's a crazy experience. You don't know who is talking and it's quite disturbing. It's true that having attended to your club several times, you guys master the timing very well. If somebody is not supposed to speak, he or she won't speak. And I think that's great. Now, let me ask you one question about the duration of the meeting. What do you think is the ideal duration on an online meeting?
Witty Birds sometimes didn't have many members, so 1 hour was a great duration of the meeting. So we had all roles filled. But now Witty Birds is growing, so we extended to 1 hour and 15 minutes, so everyone can have the opportunity to speak. And also we try to involve guests to speak as well.
Now, you have experience on this and you have touched it briefly before. How can we recruit members online?
Well, we try to make meetings interesting. We try to invite people to our meetings, and many visitors get excited, enthused, and they want to visit again. But we don't push guests to join Witty Birds. We recommend them to visit other online clubs. We even give them a list. So that way, when they feel comfortable and they're sure, then they can join Witty Birds. We want them to make their own choice. So, and also recruiting people, as I said, social media advertisements, and maybe you recommend like by talking to people. So this is a great way as well. So,
which social media channels do you use?
Our VPPR Svetlana Rahimova uses Facebook. We have Witty Birds group on Facebook. Also, she uses LinkedIn, I think. So that's it.
Okay, that's fine. And what is the average age of the attendants, of the members in Witty Birds?
We have different ages, but mostly they're over 30 years old, maybe. So.
Okay, now, a quick question. This is the most important question of the interview. How to look good on camera?
Well, Zoom has these wonderful features. I think appearance touch-up or something. Let me check it. If you go to stop video and push the arrow and video settings, you will see touch up my appearance. So if you use that, it makes you feel more pretty. It doesn't show your skin problems or anything. This is great feature, I think, to be online. So, and also when you speak, in order to feel connected with the audience, you need to look at the camera. I'm not looking, as long as I want to look at you, Julian, but I'm looking at the camera. So this is the way to make connection with the audience.
I feel the connection. You might not be looking at me, but I feel the connection. Where are you at the moment? Where about in this planet are you?
I'm in Kazakhstan, a city called Almaty.
And behind you, is that what you see from your home, or is a fake background?
It is a fake background. I'm using the green screen. So let me show my regions. See this?
Okay.
This is how it looks like.
Okay. All the magic vanishes.
Yeah, so I can be here.
Ooh, that's nice.
I can be here.
Is there any?
Or I can make just a sunny day, even if it's night behind the. Or I can be in the mountains.
I think that's your favorite one. Am I right?
Yes, because these mountains are in Almaty. So this is called Big Lake. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. So if you come to Kazakhstan,
I take notes. Of course.
we'll go there together.
Question for you. Sometimes some people using the green screen have a lot of problems because it's blurry, a lot of shades. Is there any piece of advice you can give us to improve the use of green walls?
For that, you should have good lighting, good lights, and also when you make, you choose images for the background, it has certain requirements. I think it's 1260, I'm not sure, to 800 and more. So you can use that requirement size for your background.
Okay, now let's speak about you briefly. How did you end up being president of an online Toastmaster club?
I was one of executive officers that helped to charter the club. Then next year I was asked to be the president. So I actually enjoy this role.
I know you do. But were you before part of a Toastmasters, a brick and mortar Toastmaster club, or how is your history in Toastmasters?
I joined Toastmasters in April 2011 in Alabama, in Mobile, Alabama. That was my first Toastmasters club there. I used to work as a training specialist, and I decided that if I go back to work again, so I needed a presentation skills certificate. And there, in the webinar, I learned about Toastmasters. Funny thing that when I heard this word, I thought, why do I need to learn to make toasts? And then when I translated it, it was like MC, Master of Ceremony. Again, I asked myself, why do I need to be Master of Ceremony? At the big events, at the weddings, they do this singing and they host all guests. But then I started reading and learning about this organization, helping people to improve, to develop speaking and leadership skills. So I got interested. So I joined my first Toastmasters club in America.
Now, you are president of an online club, and I have a problem at my local club. The ladies are not very keen on joining the committee. It is true, to be fair, that it's a new club and they might not have enough experience, but I want to ask you, what would you advise me to encourage these ladies that are brilliant, and I know that they are going to do a fantastic job? What would you suggest me to do to encourage these ladies to be part of the committee?
Maybe you will encourage them to make videos and to use other publicity materials to show what a strong woman looks like.
Well, that's what I'm doing here. That's what I'm doing this video podcast, interviewing strong women. So see if they take the lead.
And then you have powerful female speakers like Pei, Michelle, Ellen, Ugne,
wow.
Stacy.
You know all of them. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, so I just encourage them. The leadership is not about being president and doing officer's job. They have to understand that it is about helping other people to achieve their goals and to make feeling them welcome, feeling them comfortable with the learning to give speeches, to overcome their public speaking fear. So you are, when you help, you feel stronger, you feel powerful. So this is just a great feeling. So they need to try. They shouldn't be afraid to dive in. They will learn so much, and that they will improve their communication skills. It feels good to feel, being needed. So if people need you, then you are just having a full life.
Well, we are working on this, and hopefully we will get somewhere after this video. Okay, now we are gonna go to the last part of the interview. This is what I call the grill. You know what it's all about, isn't it? I ask you a question and you have to answer very quick, 1 to 3 words, nothing else. For instance, I'm gonna ask you, what is your favorite color?
Green.
What is your favorite food?
Soup.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Watching TV shows.
What is your favorite Walt Disney character?
Aladdin.
Apart from Witty Birds, which is your favorite Toastmaster club?
Manchester Communicators.
Okay. Why did you join Toastmasters? You already said. And last question, how do we solve coronavirus?
We need to wash our hands and social distancing. But stay online.
Well done, you have done very well. Assyl, it's been a pleasure to have you here. I enjoy so much. I hope you enjoy as much as I did, and we will be in touch.
Thank you so much, Julie.